CPT JJ-CPB Introduction, page 13, part 4.
Format of the terminology.
The CPT code set has been developed as standalone descriptions. Means that these descriptions cover this whole procedure, all of it, right? Of medical procedures.
However, some of the procedures in the CPT codebook are not printed in their entirety, but refer back to a common portion of the procedure listed in the
preceding entry. Means in an entry that is before that, right?
Right.
This is evident when an entry is followed by one or more indentations.
This is done in an effort to conserve space.
Okay, this is a picture of the code book. For instance, this is the code 30540 is repair choanal atresia intranasal. That's what this code is. Now there's an indentation and there's a word that says transpalatin. Oh, transpalatin, thank you. Now, what this means, since there's an indentation, what this means is a repair choanal atresia intranasal transpalatin, the whole thing. When it's indented, it means that it takes the previous part or the preceding part, the whole thing. Or sometimes when there's a semicolon, just up to the semicolon, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's what it means. And why do they do that? To save space, because otherwise they would have to type all this here and it would be a thicker book. So they're just trying to save space. Okay, so when there's indentation, you have to look in the preceding. It means that the entry before it to find the full description of the procedure. Okay, that's all it means, and that's our theory for today. Now we're going to deal a problem. Ready, set, go. Okay, the problem is CPT JJ-RVA, page 254. Exercise 50, and this is a level 1 exercise, and it reads like this.
Surgery, respiratory system. Laryngoscopic stripping of vocal cords for leukoplakia of the vocal cords.
Okay, this is a laryngoscopic stripping of vocal cords for leukoplakia of the vocal cords, okay? That's the procedure. So we're going to count to 3, so you can pause the video and give us the CPT code for this procedure. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 31540. 31540. That's the answer. 31540. Okay? You got that? If you got it, congratulations. If you didn't get it, let's give you a little hint or tips. Number one tip is?
Number 1 tip is start with laryngoscopy, fiber optic.
Start with laryngoscopy, and in that laryngoscopy, follow it with fiber optic. Why? Number 2.
All right. Fiber optic laryngoscopy is the same as saying nasolaryngoscopy.
Nasolaryngoscopy. If you do a nasolaryngoscopy, which means looking at the larynx through the nose, this is done with fiber optic. Okay? That's the regular procedure, the current procedure. So that's why it's called fiber optic laryngoscopy, okay?
Right.
So with these 2 tips, you should be able to find the path to the answer. Now, you know the answer is 31540, but now we're going to count to 3 so you can pause the video and give us the path to the answer, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the summary of the whole problem. This is the surgery section of the CPT code book, and it's a respiratory system. It's a laryngoscopic stripping of vocal cords for leukoplakia of the vocal cords. There's only one code, and the code 1 through the index is found like this.
First, you go to index.
Go to the index.
Then you go to laryngoscopy.
Laryngoscopy. You start with laryngoscopy, and then you go to
fiber optic,
which is the nasolaryngoscopy, right?
Right.
And then you go to
operative.
Operative and
stripping of vocal cords.
Stripping of vocal cords. If you don't know, from fiber optic, just read all your options, and you're gonna find there at the bottom is stripping of vocal cords. So that means that it's an operative. Okay. So you get 2 codes, 31540 and 31541. So we're going to go to the tabular to see which one of these is our answer. So code 1 through the tabular is found like this.
First you go to tabular.
Tabular.
You start with 31540.
Which is the first code that you got from the index. And what is that?
Laryngoscopy, direct, operative, so forth, stripping of vocal cords,
Which means that it's more or less what we want, right? Let's try the next one. 31541.
It's almost the same, but
there's an addition in the description. What was the addition?
With operating microscope or telescope.
And we don't have that in the description. There's no microscope or telescope in the description. So we have to eliminate that and we have to go back to
31540.
Which is our answer for this problem, right? The equal sign means that's the answer. So the answer is 31540. Okay? Thanks for watching. And don't forget to visit our website and
also you can subscribe to us in YouTube by clicking here for our new medical coding videos.
Right, just click in the red rectangle that says subscribe and you'll be subscribed to our videos. And what do they get?
You will get up to 3 videos every day that we make. ICD-10s, CPTs, all that is needed to pass the medical coding certification exams.
Okay, thanks then. Don't forget to visit our website and subscribe. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.